just want to say something quick before we start our pre-show, because I'm going to actually introduce Daniel after the or during the welcome. But everybody knows this is Daniel Nahmod, right? And they're going to do for the pre-show one of our very favorite songs, so sing along. This is unofficially starting.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Sing it again. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Whoa, my soul is welcome here. Whoa, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh yeah. All right. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Whoa, my soul is welcome here. Whoa, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. One more time. Whoa, my soul is welcome here. Whoa, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Woo! Yeah. Woohoo! Okay, now it's official. Good morning, Unity of the Oaks. Are we happy to? I'm Rev Sherry, if you don't know, and we're so happy to have our very dear friend who hasn't been with us for at least a year. Yeah. And the last time he was here, Rick and I were gone. So super happy to see Daniel. Let's give him a big round of applause for being here with us today. Yay! I want to tell you, I just love it when Daniel gets to grace us with all of his musical genius, which is the only reason why we could let our incredible band off on a Sunday morning, right? Because we have this one-man band right here. Okay, so for those of you who don't know a little bit about Daniel, aside from the fact that he mentioned to me this morning that we're both getting older and we're shrinking. Shrinking. I was like, thank you for that. I'm really happy to know that this morning. Daniel has been a beloved artist, especially in the posse community, for a very, very long time. And he sold over, as a producer and as an artist, sold over 200,000 CDs and 10,000 songbooks on his own Humanity Music label. And he's performed for over 2 million people in both the US and Canada. He's won so many awards for all of his humanitarian work in so many ways. I couldn't even, if you want to go to danielnahmod.com, you can read the very long bio, which I'm not going to share, but it's so worth reading, all of the amazing things that he's done. And he's really a dear person. We used to spend a lot more time together than we have in the last few years. And Daniel lives in Orange County, so he's come all the way up from Orange County with his wife Melina and his son Jude, who is apparently 13 and yesterday found out was the same height as his dad.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's it. We're ready for our opening song. Let's do our official welcoming song. No, opening song. Oh, this?
This is nice.
Oh, yeah, this is nice. I forgot. I'm all out of it. Okay, cool. This is before the welcome. Say hello to each other. Greet your neighbor. Hello to everybody online. I forgot what it is.
The first time I sang at Unity of the Oaks, I'm 99% sure we were in a park, in a community center room in a very pretty park in Thousand Oaks, right? And it was about 1999, maybe 2000 at the latest, and with Reverend Irma, who I loved. And so that's how long Danny goes back. I had a lot more hair. I had a much flatter stomach. And as it turns out, I was 1 inch taller. Just, sorry, I'm fresh from the physical in which I found out that I used to be 1 inch taller. It's sad, but I'm smiling through the pain. All right, here we go. So here is a song. I wrote this song in about 2003 or so. This song and the previous one, they're on an album called Sacred Love, which actually I happen to remember that Molly particularly loved these songs. I just came to my mind. She loved the song Sacred Love. So here is a song, Swing Wide the Doors. Some of you may have sung it with me over the years, and those of you who haven't, feel free to make up the words as you go. Hey, do you have the slide? Or you can make up the words, or you can read them off the screen, whatever you like. I can only tell you that making up the words as you go is kind of an interesting way to make a living. All right, here we go. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Sing it again. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years, but I learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper light. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Okay, so let's join me in a moment of prayer. Just sit comfortably for a second and close your eyes. Beloveds, we truly are here in the right place at the right time to swing wide the doors of our hearts and minds, to make them open and ready to receive the many blessings that this special service has to offer us today. We are so grateful to have our dear friend Daniel with us. We know that the message and the music will fill us full to overflowing with joy, with love, and the awareness that there is only one power and one presence active in our lives and flowing in, out, through, and as each one of us. We know that we are here by divine appointment, and we want to thank each and every beautiful soul present. And we are so grateful for our heavenly container of faith, peace, love, and joy that we call, say it with me, Unity of the Oaks. And so it is. Amen.
When my hands were emptied, when my hope was gone, I couldn't help but wonder, what had I done wrong? But even though my heart was broken, there was no need to despair, 'cause a vessel must be open to put something better there. Oh yeah. Into my empty hands, gently you pour new life for me. Yours is a perfect plan. The ups and the downs were meant to be. Now I understand you needed my empty hands. So forgive me when I doubt it. I admit sometimes I do. Or consider giving up 'cause I cannot see the truth. I know I'll never go without it. Your deep and abiding love. Into my empty hands, gently you pour new life for me. Yours is a perfect plan. The ups and the downs were meant to be. Now I understand you needed my empty hands. Yours is a perfect plan. The ups and the downs were meant to be. And I cannot help but cry think of the gifts you've given me. Now I understand you needed my empty hands. So thank you for my thank you for my empty hands.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Gail, for those of you who don't know me. I'm one of the members of the Unity of the Oaks prayer team, and I'll be available to pray with you after service in a prayer room in the fellowship hall. There is also a prayer request form in the seat pocket in front of you, and you may place your prayer request in the prayer box located on the table in the back of this room. Every prayer request is held sacred and confidential by our prayer team for 30 days. And we know that with God, all things are possible. Now let's prepare for our time of meditation with the reading from the daily word. So the daily word is divine order, and I'm grateful for the orderly presence of God in my life. When life feels uncertain, when circumstances are in flux, and I feel unsteady because of it, I may long for certainty and security. I find my comfort and reassurance in divine order as I remind myself that worldly matters are always changing, but the presence and love of God are enduring and changeless. I affirm my life is indeed in order. Regardless of outer appearances, I feel grounded as I lean into the truth of God. I can better navigate uncertainty and incompleteness when I remember the things of the world come and go and the highest and best outcomes are unfolding. I relax and rest in the truth of the divine order. I want their hearts to be encouraged and united in love so that they may have all the riches of assured understanding and have the knowledge of God's mystery that is Christ himself. From the Colossians. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't know what happened there. That's okay.
Oh, Daniel's, it's a sign.
Sherry, you okay with the piano behind?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you. Okay, so let's begin our time in the stillness by just adjusting yourself in the seat, getting as comfortable as you possibly can, gently closing your eyes, and let's take a unified breath in and release. One more deep breath in and exhale fully, letting go in this moment of any tension and feeling yourself just sinking in and settling into calm, peaceful center within you. This is your moment, your time out. Find the still point where divine order abides. Divine order is one of our aspects of the divine, one of our gifts from God, one of our 12 powers. So silently affirm to yourself, I am centered in the peace and order of God. And let those words move with your breath, anchoring you in quiet assurance. Now imagine a soft golden light surrounding you. This light is the light of harmony, of intelligence and love. This is the orderly presence of God moving through you and through all of creation. Now feel it gather at your heart center, warm and radiant, and expanding lightly and gently with each breath. And let gratitude rise naturally within you, not something you must create, but something awakening within. Gratitude is the soul's recognition of divine order, the knowing that beneath all appearances, a perfect pattern unfolds. Whisper softly again, "Thank you, Divine Presence, for the sacred order that guides my life." Recall a moment when something worked out perfectly for you, even if you didn't expect it. And let that quiet thank you show up in your heart for the loving intelligence that arranges all good. The universe works for your good. Divine order is not control, it is flow. It is the natural harmony of life that expresses through you the rhythm of the seasons, the beat of your heart, the unfolding of divine ideas in right time and right sequence. Affirm quietly, order is the first law of the universe, and it is established in me. Let this truth ground you. Even when life seems uncertain, know that you are held in a larger design of good. Inhale harmony. Exhale trust. Inhale divine intelligence. Exhale gratitude. Imagine your life as a radiant mosaic, every experience a unique tile in a greater pattern of the wholeness that is your life. Maybe see divine order with the magic wand, arranging each piece with love and precision. As you empty yourselves, as Daniel's song reminded us, to allow the flow of harmony. Whisper again to yourself, I trust the order of my life and the divine timing that moves all things towards good. And we allow any worry to dissolve right here, right now, into this light. Let go. Take a breath. And widen your awareness, your sense of divine order, and allow it to move through the world in nature's balance, in humanity's growth, in every heart and every atom. Every place where there appears to be disorder, affirm, divine order is now establishing harmony and good for all. And we're going to let our gratitude expand outward, blessing our loved ones, our community, and all creation. as we return once more to our heart, the golden light that shines within, and simply give thanks. Thank you, God, for the perfect order of my life unfolding now and always. Thank you, God. And as we take in these words of truth, we rest in this peace. And we begin to bring gentle movement back to our bodies, and carrying with us this calm assurance that all is in divine order, and I am grateful. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. And so it is. I love you.
I'm through asking where I'm going. I've been asking all my life. I've grown tired of all this wondering when everything seems to turn out right. So when my mind needs something to do, wants to know the future, I whisper this: I'm okay. I've always been, and I'll always be that way. Want to sing that line with me? I'm okay. I'm okay. I've always been, and I'll always be, and I'll always be that way. So here goes nothing. I'm taking a chance. I'm opening up, knowing that I'm in good hands. And here goes everything. It's all on the line, oh, but I'm not afraid this time. Some say it's crazy, some say naive, to close my eyes and take the leap. But I know better, 'cause I believe even in the dark my soul can see. So when my mind plays its usual games, oh, my answer is always the same. Yeah. Here goes nothing. I'm taking a chance. I'm opening up, knowing that I'm in good hands. And here goes everything. It's all on the line, no, but I'm not afraid this time. Here goes nothing. I'm taking a chance. I'm opening up, knowing that I'm in good hands. And here goes everything. It's all on the line. Oh, but I'm not afraid this time. No, I'm not afraid this time, 'cause I'm okay. I've always been, and I'll always be that way. I'm okay. I've always been, and I'll always be that way.
Okay, so I knew this was going to be a special day, and I was sort of struggling with how do I take our idea of Gratitude Month and blend it with having a special service with Daniel, with music. And the word that came to me from Spirit was harmony. And I had a blast looking up the difference in comparing the different contexts of harmony, context spiritually and the context musically, and how they relate. And so many fun aha moments came to me. I was super excited about these ideas because I'm going, oh my gosh, I could use this as a tool because I'm a musician first, right? So for me, some of the things that were birthed in this just kind of woke me up too. And I ended up late last night saying to Summer, am I expressing this the way I'm feeling it? So I'm going to give you a quick little read, and then I'm going to invite Daniel to come up and participate with me. So let's start by looking first at the definition of harmony. Number one, the combination of simultaneously sounded musical notes, I would say played or sung, to produce chords and chord progressions having a pleasing effect. Number two, the quality of forming a pleasing and consistent whole. Isn't that interesting? Number three, agreement or concord. And I had to look that word up. Of course, concord means agreement. That also got me thinking, and I'll come back to that. And as I said in the meditation, gratitude is the soul's recognition of divine order. Next slide. Harmony is an aspect of the power of order, one of our 12 powers. Drawing from unity's divine idea of order, we know that gratitude flows when we recognize the harmonizing presence of Spirit in all things. Isn't that a nice way to look at it? It's a harmonizing presence. We say presence, but to think of it as a harmonizing presence helps us make decisions, helps us choose what's the more harmonious act or action or word or deed, any of it, right? Knowing that gratitude is the soul's recognition of divine order, that's because we don't have any question about how things unfold in our lives. We know that there is divine order in play. Next one, harmony is a result of cooperation. It's a perfect example of divine order because it signifies the state of peace and cooperation that results from aligning our thoughts, our emotions, our actions with God, with divine love. We know that internal alignment leads to external harmony, or living in the flow of our good. This internal and external harmony allows for right circumstances, for everything that we are looking for when we ask to show up and manifest in our lives. Even hardships can be part of our spiritual progress, even when we have difficulties. When we meet them with a harmonious consciousness, we get what we need to get from them, and we can move on easier. When we resist and we stand hard going, no, we don't get the blessing and the benefit. Take a breath. Go, okay, let's let this be harmonious. Slide 4. When we align our inner self with divine principle, we can more creatively deal with problems that come up, attract right relationships, and satisfying and fulfilling activities. I got that on unity.org. Thought that was a great quote. I'm not doing a whole bunch of quotes today, by the way. You'll be very happy. Next slide. Harmony shows that everything is in its right place. Harmony indicates that we're working in concert with God, just like the talk title says. This includes right things coming at the right time, to quote Daniel Nahmod. I'm in the right place at the right time. And a pivoting forward, which we've talked about, consciousness that helps us work through any challenges by viewing them as what? An opportunity to discern which path to take and which way we want to grow. That's all it is. Harmony, next, I think this is on here, eliminates discord. Okay, so this is the time we're going to switch over to musical terms. Next slide. Discord or discordant refers to the intentional use of dissonant sounds or chords that create a feeling of tension or clash. As opposed to, so these can even be harsh, jarring sounds. They create a sense of unease or instability or anticipation. You know, when you watch a horror movie, how the composer will like leave you in that, right, suspense. I think Daniel might come up here in a minute and help me demonstrate something of this. But consonance or concord refers to a pleasing, harmonious combination of notes that creates a sense of stability, ease, and resolution. Now, this is what our brain tells us, partly based on our cultural influences and what we think we're supposed to feel. We know when there's a horror movie, we know what's coming up because of the music, right? The sounds that they're creating. So a chord in music can produce a good feeling, harmonious sound or a not so good feeling sound. Harmony can create different moods and add depth and color to any piece of music. So I found this really interesting because it just reminds us again that a simple shift of a note in a chord can change the effect we're after. So we might need to just remember that it works the same way with our thoughts. It's exactly the same way. You know how God does anything? God does everything. Just a minor shift to a more agreeable thought can change our experience of any circumstance. Are you with me? Agreed? It's like resolving from a dissonant sound to a consonant sound relieves tension. The brain perceives things as unstable and with something that's dissonant. And when it's consonant, it perceives it as ease and resolution. And if we apply this idea to our thinking, it's like, say, notes or thoughts maybe, and putting them together in a chord is like our perspective on the world. And if you shift one of those thoughts, it shifts the entire perspective. It's that easy. We've been given all these tools. These are natural parts. It's like music. These factors are just things we can draw on very easily. For me, I love that because I'm such a musician that I'm like, oh, that's how I've learned this. I just make that one little minor shift. So Daniel, come on up here. A core belief in unity is that experiencing harmony releases or eliminates struggles and discords. This is spiritual reality, and it applies to both spiritual and material realms. It's our last slide. Ultimately, harmony is the tangible manifestation of divine order, showing that all things are created in due measure and proportion, like a musical composition where each note plays its part for the beauty of the whole. And isn't that something to be grateful for? Yes. Can you possibly give us like an example of maybe a major to a minor chord or something in sound?
I mean, between us, we could probably give 10,000 examples of
Yeah,
this, right?
yes.
I mean, for real. Actually, I'm thinking of a specific moment in one of my songs. I just had a thought about this, because I think about this 23 and a quarter hours a day, right? I mean, one way or
Yes,
another.
of
My mind,
course.
I'm a musician.
Well, he's writing a musical, by the way, right now.
Yeah,
so,
and I actually came up with a really good song for the show, and unfortunately, I thought the show was nearly done, and I just wrote a song on the way here, so I'm actually writing a musical right now.
Woohoo!
But I had
Glad to be an inspiration.
But I had a song. I have a song where there's a line that goes like this: "I'm not running anymore." Okay. All right. So it's a song about courage, and it's like it's a song that makes me sweat more than most of my songs do, and it's intense. And I have never successfully sung it low intensity. Okay. This is a tough, not quite screamy. If I know how to sing, which I only sometimes do, I don't scream, but I sing it with a lot of air, okay? I'm not running anymore. Okay, now that is what you're talking about, a minor key. This is a minor, call it a triad, or sort of a very simple chord. And musicians learn this. Some musicians learn it while having the words for it, and some musicians learn it just by ear, and we all know this instinctively. So here's a major chord. And
we can sing that. It's very harmonious, right?
Okay. Then you have, with one shift, like what you're saying, one note different, it becomes sad, which is, I call it sad, which is the third note. Okay, so here's 1, 3, 5, meaning literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like do, re, mi, fa, so. Okay, do, 1, 3, 5. The 3, if you drop the 3 from what's called a major to a minor, if you drop it one note, becomes, okay? And honest to God, it sounds dramatic, but in this context, you can say your entire worldview changes with that one half note,
yes,
doesn't it? Right?
It does.
Everything changes, right? Everything changes. Or
it's that easy.
Is that this or this, okay? I mean, it is an entirely different feeling with one note different. And when I was thinking about that one line in that song, I'm not running anymore. Okay? Now, to me, now sad is one way of putting a minor chord, but a minor chord is not inherently, permanently sad. It can be a moment of tension or suspension or before release. And we generally think of release as resolution on the major sound, so.
But also be anticipation, it
Yes,
kinda makes
it
you
is
feel-
tension, it is apprehension sometimes, it's unease. But that note is one of my, it sounds weird to say, but as I'm thinking about it in the back, I'm thinking, that's one of my favorite note choices I've ever made in a song. I've written thousands of songs. But that note, because this is not a simple, happy song, this particular song. For me, songs are stories and characters. They're not always me, and they're not always in the moment I'm singing them, but I live them when I sing them. And if I'm singing, I'm not running any... The opening lines are, ran away from the sun, ran away from the rain, hid away from everyone, ran away from the pain. So this is not a Mickey Mouse song. You know what I'm saying? This is not I'm not running anymore. It's not that. It is, I'm not running anymore. And there's determination in there.
Yes.
Now, the song doesn't end on that feeling, though, right? I'm not hiding anymore for the first time in my life. There I hold the suspense without, it's still not playing a major chord. And this is, so here's a major again. You can, what I did originally just now to make it a minor chord, I just drop it one note. That's it, okay? But you can, what's called a suspended chord, literally, is you suspend the feeling of calm or arriving back home with one note up instead of down. So instead of this, we have one note different. This becomes this. Now, how do you feel when I do this? Aren't you begging me to do this? Because we've all heard our whole lives, whatever religion you grew up in. Well, certainly like Western Christian religious music goes, Amen. That's all that is a suspension of the major third. The major third being the happy sound to Western ears, right? Amen. So we suspended one note. And we are suspended, unresolved, right?
Yes.
There's tension in that. So I say, I'm not running anymore. I'm not hiding anymore for the first time in my life. And I did that on purpose too. I will stand my ground. No more running round. Here I am.
Yes.
Right? Now we're back home. And it really is an individual note, that turns the whole. I think of it as colors too. I mean, in my mind, there's color to these sounds, and so to me, one's lit, and one is shadow.
It's also a perfect explanation, as I'm thinking of it now, to why we apply our 12 powers. And we're going to talk about that at the first of the year after we go through our Advent season. Because we can use these powers to remind ourselves how to resolve our minor issues. Really, seriously.
That's a triple pun, I think.
I just was so proud of myself that I came up with this idea. I think it's so cool because it's so simple to think about. When you're going through a challenge, you're going through a difficult time, if you know that we are created in a way, so much of what we think we are feeling is what we're programmed to think we need to feel. So much of it is influenced by this event is happening in my life, therefore I should be in pain.
I should be scared.
I should be scared. I should be upset. I should be fear. I should have fear. I should have trepidation.
Yeah.
When, quite honestly, who made that up? Really, we have all the tools we need. Be brave enough to shift your note and see what happens.
Yeah, we do know. I mean, I'm not immune to this. I'm sure you're not either. But we certainly know people who live in minor keys.
Yes.
They live that sound, right? And by the way, not even diminishing or dismissing people's justification for living that way. I mean, I'm a Holocaust surviving family. My grandparents, and ironically or coincidentally or not at all coincidentally, Yiddish music from origins of my grandparents is almost all in minor keys. And my grandparents lived in a minor key. They did. Like if you were to paint a picture, or like again, I think of color. There were not rainbows over their heads or in their hearts. They were broken-hearted their entire adult lives. They lost everyone in their world, right?
Yeah.
They lost their world itself. So minor keys are not unjustified.
Absolutely.
The question then is, how long do I or you live there? You know, do I need to? If I'm reading the news and it is a symphony of minor chords. You know, in fact, I mean, people say this about positive music, although that it does change how you're feeling, right? And to me, there's no question that it does. I mean, I listen to Jason Mraz. You familiar with Jason?
Yeah, we do. We
listen to Jason Mraz.
sang one of his songs last week.
And there's occasional, of course he has minor chords, and of course he has tension, but his songs are fundamentally lit. And there are, not in the cool way, I mean in the psychological, emotional way, and they are major chord songs. They are. That I was just singing to warm up, you know. Well, you done me, you bet I felt it. I tried to beat you, but you're so hot that I melted. It's all very, you know, boom, bop, boom, bop. You know who else does that? Bob Marley. Bob Marley doesn't sit on minor chords. He wanted you to, you know, one love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right, all major chords. And it's a deliberate thing, and it has that effect. And it really is, to a very real extent, it is a decision to live in a minor key or a major key. It really is. Even if, everybody dabbles at least in minor keys, psychologically. Of course you do. You're alive. I mean, it isn't so easy to be down here, don't you think? I mean,
well, and it definitely
there's
takes
challenges.
courage. I mean, I want to every Sunday applaud this entire group, because we're not the kind of place where you come in to just, you know, be forgiven of your sins and go home and feel okay. We're the kind of people who really want consciousness. We want growth, and that takes work. It takes awareness. It takes introspection. It takes desire. And sometimes it's not the norm. It would be the norm to not feel so good and to be pouty and upset and get on social media and,
right.
you know.
That is the path of least
That's
resistance
a path.
sometimes.
It
Yes,
is.
it is.
So I applaud everyone in this room, because we come here to grow, do we not? Yes. We come here to grow because we know the benefit of it. We've tasted it. We've seen it. It's expanded our lives. But it is not the easiest path. It is when you learn to be non-resistant. But we're also in our bodies, and we're human beings, and becoming completely non-resistant is part of our journey here.
And sometimes you shrink.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you shrink, as you had to remind me today.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Sometimes.
I love you so much. I'm so
love
glad
you
you came today. Are we good with our time? We're going to let Daniel take it off and do another song for us. Thank you, love. That was perfect. Woo! That was so good.
Yeah. I will not be writing a song called "Sometimes You Shrink," mostly because it could be misunderstood in so many ways. But anyway, you know what? This song comes to mind, and a couple of you mentioned that you've enjoyed the Water album over the years. So this song is from the Water album, and thanks for having me. And so I'm doing a concert today, right? I know you're going to mention it later, but what time's the concert? At 12:30. Okay, so like an hour and 15 minutes, let's say, of music. Nothing fancy. Just going to sing you a bunch of songs. I might do a song or two from the musical. Depends how forgiving you feel like you are, you know. And very quickly, like literally 20 seconds, in the back I have music on flash drives and CDs, and I'm leading 2 tours next year, one to Peru in May and one to England and Scotland in October. And I have my wife's silver jewelry, and that's why there's shiny things on the table. So feel free to stop by and ask me to talk to me about any of the above. All right, so here's a song from Water, and thank you for 26 years of warm welcomes. That's no small thing. Yeah. that's the wrong song. We'll do this a different one. Still from Water, but different song. I've been planting seeds on the ground, watering them with my sweat and tears, scattering them all around. Guess it's what I'm supposed to do with my years. The funny thing is I may know what I've planted, but never what will show. It always seems to be a perfect mystery. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, nothing more. Sometimes I still like to pretend I know what the harvest will be, but I always find out in the end it was never really up to me. The funny thing is when I just do my work and simply trust, it always seems that life is looking out for me. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, nothing more. And I am only one of billions of seeds. When all is said and done, I just do what's mine to do and let it be. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, planting seeds. I am planting seeds, nothing more.
I got my heart and pulse beating crazy. Thank you so much, Daniel. That was such a powerful representation of all of that. Seeing and hearing it will definitely stick with me, that's for sure. My name is Jules, and I am the board member of the day. Here is our mission, if you will please read it with me. Unity of the Oaks is a loving, accepting, and heart-centered spiritual community here to be love in action, to encourage personal growth, awaken spiritual curiosity, and transform lives. If you would like to bless us with a love offering, we have several ways for you to give. In the seat in front of you are envelopes for cash or check. Please make sure to include your name if you would like to record it for your donation. You'll also find our text to give information, and at any time you can also visit our website to give. If you've given electronically, please just bless the basket, then pass it along. Now let's take a moment to focus our attention on our giving heart. As we feel the abundance of receiving, we visualize the mission statement coming to life. Now please join me in the love offering blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I had. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
We are most grateful for all of your contributions to our community as we continue to grow with lots of events and classes, which is what beautiful summer is going to tell you all about.
Hello, and thank you, Nicole, for running slides while I'm up here. Just as Daniel Nahmod mentioned, we have him performing after service at 12:30, so just grab your fellowship goodies and join us. There's going to be a sign-in sheet in the back, so if you could do me a favor and sign in with your name and email, that would be fantastic. And there's also going to be a love offering basket as well if you would like to contribute. And the next slide. So we are having our holiday bazaar again this year on December 13th and 14th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. Our LUT, Valerie Kobabe, is working hard to provide handmade crafts and goodies, wreaths, ornaments, etc. to sell. She is hosting a craft day on Tuesday, November 11th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at Snapdragon. The address can be found on the slide and on the website. And we also have our Law of Attraction group meeting on the same day, Tuesday, November 11th, at Reverend Sherry and Rick's house.
Really?
What?
Okay.
I feel like that's the last time that we can do that.
I know.
So if you need the address, you can see me after service or you can RSVP on the website. And Service Outreach also invites you to join in the Thanksgiving food drive. They will be supporting Mana Conejo Valley Food Bank, and both food items and monetary donations will be accepted at UOTO until November 14th. There's a list on the slide and also in the back. And April Jules is facilitating her monthly sound healing on Friday, November 14th at 6:30 p.m. here at Unity of the Oaks. Please be sure to bring a yoga mat if you plan to lay on the floor, but we also have chairs available if you would like to stay seated. Use the sign-up sheet in the back to secure your spot or RSVP on the website. And then lastly, Book Group is meeting on November 23rd to discuss Soul Bloom, Why We Need a Spiritual Revolution by Rainn Wilson. All are welcome to join. And this information can always be found in the email newsletter we send out each week. If you're not signed up, make sure to see me. I can get you squared away. And now, Reverend Sherry.
Thank you, Summer. Yeah, busy, aren't we? So I want to thank Barbara and Will, who of course are not in the room because they're already busy at work in the other room with hospitality. There's a lot in there, so go and enjoy, have a good one. Rick and I are going to be doing an album release party. We could not get Saturday night, the 29th at Tarantula Hill, but we got Sunday night, the 30th at Tarantula Hill. Yeah, it's going to kind of be an all-star band, actually. A lot of people that we've played with before, the bass player from the Love and Spoonful, the drummer from Kenny Loggins' band. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to do our original songs as well as a lot of other fun ones. So you guys have to be there. It'll be a love offering, and we'll talk about that. We'll have a slide for next week. I want to remind everybody that it's Advent season coming up, so are you thinking about whether you want to present? And if your group is going to present like we did last year, first week in December is Faith. So who's in Faith team? Does everybody remember who's in Faith? Oh, good. Karen's in Faith team. So you guys need to maybe get together if you haven't. I think they're online. I mean, I think you're texting each other because I've been privy to some of that. Okay, cool. So I'm just putting a little reminder in there. And I think that's all we have for today. Let's have our peace song and prayer for protection and get ready for a concert. Woohoo! I'm so excited. Visit Daniel's table in the back, everybody, because there's beautiful stuff back there.
On earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment.
light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Yeah. Woo-hoo. I know. And they don't always hook together very well. Sometimes they do. They get a little twisted.
We used to have the old wooden church pew.
I